What to expect at a telephonic status conference or a telephonic MSC. It's a little bit different than the good old days when you actually used to go to the board. But let's run through what a typical status conference or mandatory settlement conference looks like in these days of COVID when everything is taking place on the telephone. You request a status conference or an MSC, or the defense does. The board, the WCAB, will send out a notice of hearing. That notice of hearing is going to have a toll-free telephone number and an access code to get into the judge's telephonic courtroom. You will be calling in generally at either 8:30 or 1:30. What's going to happen in general, that's going to be on the judge's conference day. So the judge will have one day a week when all of their status conferences, MSCs, lien conferences all take place, all either at 8:30 or 1:30. So what's going to happen, that judge is going to have probably 10, 15, maybe 20 conferences all starting at 8:30, and then another 10 to 20 conferences all starting at 1:30. So you're going to call in that 1-800 number. You're going to put in your access code. You're not the meeting host, so you'll join. You're going to be sitting there quietly. There may be some background noise until the judge gets on the line. And then you're going to want to mute your phone, because when the judge comes on the line, you will be on the line with the judge, but also probably another 10, 20, 40 attorneys, potentially injured workers, lien claimants are all on the line all at the same time. So it's very important. Mute your phone. If there's background noise, dogs barking, airplanes flying overhead, gardeners outside, it gets to be chaotic with 30, 40 people on the line all at one time. The judge will generally call each case. Most of the judges go in alphabetical order, but honestly, they can do it however they want. They're the judge. They're going to start with Michelle Abramson first, move on to Sam, something that starts with a B. They'll go through alphabetically. They will call for appearances for the applicant, appearances for the defense. So you will just wait quietly. You do not need to identify yourself when the judge comes on the line. You don't need to say, "Hey, judge, this is, Michael Smith. I'm waiting for you to call my case." Be patient. The judge will go through, call each case. When the judge gets to your case and says, "Who is present for the injured worker?" or "Do I have the injured worker on the line?" you can tell the judge, "Yes, judge, I'm here. This is Michael Smith." The judge will then ask for an appearance by the defense. The judge will ask if there is a resolution that has already been reached. If you and the defense have already come to an agreement, resolved your dispute, you're agreeing to go off calendar, life is grand. You and or the defense attorney can explain that to the judge. The judge will fill out the minutes of hearing, may have the defense fill out minutes of hearing and send it to the judge. Each judge does it slightly differently. And then the judge will take that hearing off calendar. The judge will move on to the next case. If you don't have a resolution to your dispute, the judge will do a few different things. Every judge is different. The judge may have you and the defense attorney hang up, call one another, talk about your dispute, and then call back in at a later time. Let's say 9:15, 9:30. You can have a more focused discussion with the judge. The judge may have you both hang up and have you, the injured worker, contact information and assistance to talk to the INA officer. See if you can resolve the dispute that way, and then talk to the defense attorney, then come back on the line. The judge may have the two of you go offline, work on the pretrial conference statement, try to resolve other issues, work on other paperwork, and then come back. Most of the time, the judge will give you a call time to call back in, say 9:30, something along those lines. You will call back in at that point, and then you'll go over whatever the issue is, whatever resolution you've reached with the defense attorney, and the judge will determine where to go from there. At that point, every case is unique. The judge may order the parties to complete the pretrial conference statement. The judge may continue the hearing to another date. Each case is unique, but that's what's going to happen when you call into the status conference or the MSC. There's probably going to be 20 to 40 other attorneys and injured workers on the line with you, so just be patient, wait for the judge to call your case, and then you can explain to the judge what's happening. Try to let the judge take the lead. Don't start with a long explanation first. Wait for the judge to ask what's happening, and then you can explain it. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button down below and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos.